Hello everyone and welcome back to another NASCAR Racing 2003 live stream. How are you all doing today? Thank you so much for tuning in. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be doing part 6. I almost miscounted on my fingers there. Part 6, attempting to recreate Richard Petty's iconic, that's kind of the, not the right word to use, what's the word? Infamous wreck from Darlington in 1970 in the Rebel 400. He walked away with only a dislocated shoulder. As you can tell from part 6 in the title, I've tried to do this one many times to no avail yet. Hopefully that changes today. So that is what we are going to be doing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Right off the bat, if you guys could please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet already, I would truly appreciate it. And I got to give a big shout out to my Patreon supporters, Adria Fitzy, Tommy Joyce, Jay Barker, and Kingster Cole, for your support on there. I really appreciate it, you all. And if you would like to join them and find out how you could support this channel and what kind of cool rewards you can get for doing so, please feel free to go check out my Patreon page. I would really appreciate it. Also, I am on Facebook and Twitter if you are interested in social media. And for those of you interested, lastly, I am streaming right now over on Twitch as well as YouTube if you are interested in following me over on there. So thank you very much again for everyone for tuning in. I can't even talk right now. Alrighty, let's get right into it. Using the Richard Petty 1969 mod, which is technically the 6970, or the 69 was just 4 different other sets of cars. The short track versions of the cars. The 70s mod was the super speedway cars. But I digress. We are using the Darlington 1970, obviously. And I am using most of the same settings from the previous video. I think it might be just a little different. What was I going to say? There is I have the grip for the asphalt and concrete set to around 2.5. What else? And the wall grip is set to about 6. That's what I could tell from my previous videos. Going back and checking out what I had the settings set. I think I showed what I had the settings set to in part 3 for those of you interested. LeBron's bitch. I apologize for the vulgar account name, but thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you very much for the compliment. And on that note, while I'm accelerating into, for those of you wondering why I'm accelerating, according to racingreference.info, this wreck took place on approximately lap 174 for Richard Petty. So to be truly authentic, I want to get up to like lap 173 and then spawn into the race. But yeah, since LeBron's bitch was very generous with his super chat, thank you again for that. I'll get some other shoutouts in as well. DJ Stamma D, USA Productions, Drux's Cat, Cool Gamer, 2818, Uganda Knuckles, Car Lover, 2988, Tropical Cyclone, 100, Emperor Hirohito, USA Productions, Coidsman, iPug Racing, who else? Pierre Ono, I apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name, Monster Zeppelin. I'm trying to get all the shoutouts in. I missed lap 170. Alon the NASCAR Fan 24, Skullman 2012. Who else did I miss? Friendly Bendy, Anime Waifu for the Win Master, Takumi Fajuara. Just like I said, I apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name. I've been known to butcher people's names in the past, so I apologize in advance. Kermit Nicky. Alright, let's pay attention. Get up to lap 173-ish and spawn into the race. Corvette Racing 48. I've gotten close with a few attempts. I suppose if I wanted to, there's a few attempts I've saved where I could just do the camera control master work, do some editing, add the effects to make it like old school footage, and it wouldn't look half bad, but I've become a perfectionist with these. I'm trying to get like every little hit perfectly. From the launch into the wall, the way he flies kind of with his underside angle towards pit road, and then the 2.5 tumbles he does going back across the track. I'm just going to ignore this black flag. And then landing upside down. All those little details I want to get exactly perfect. Alright, so since we're on lap 174, for those of you that don't know the backstory, Richard Petty at one point grazed the wall in one of the turns. And then I guess about 10 laps later, 8-10 laps later, he hit the wall from that, coming out of turn 4. Unconscious from that hit, he goes and hits the inside pit wall and breaks through the wall, launches his car, and does 2.5 flips, lands upside down. Represented in that GIF that you saw in the wait screen. That's the only known footage of the wreck itself. Alright, so as you can tell, I have the grip turned up on purpose, because it's the only way I can really flip on command for this reenactment. I have that turned up and the wall grip turned up in the track INI file. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's kind of, long story short, in all the coding and the files in the game folder in the C drive, you can kind of edit the track settings around and kind of tweak the tracks and their physics properties, and you can turn the grip up or down, the track temperature up or down. So to flip easy, a lot of times you turn the grip up as such. Yes, I would, Adria. I would cry tears of joy if I got the perfect attempt. Taylor Warwick, Nikki Overholtzer, JT Rex 100, Brave Lion, Adolf Hitler. What are you doing here? I thought the Russians got you in 45. Alright, I'm accelerating to lap 173 because I want to be truly authentic. He crashed on lap 174 according to racingreference.info. We're just going to speed coming out of the pits. Because if I'm not mistaken, prior to sometime in the 1980s, there was no pit road speed limit. So that's kind of authentic, if you think about it, that I come flying out of the pits like that. And drivers back then probably ignored the black flags a lot. I'd be willing to bet, so trying to be as authentic as possible. Mac Keen, how are you doing? I'm sorry if I miss anyone in the chat. Alright, so hits the wall coming out of 4. Down. Oh, nope.
You alright?
Hard crash, but no flip. Now we got the other car to flip. Holy crap.
Here comes the leader. Looks like we're bent up on the back end.
Alright. If these live streams trying to reenact iconic wrecks proves anything, it's that it always could have been worse. Holy, who's in the 72? And the number 4. Who gets hit by the 32 while upside down. Sears, I don't even know that name. There's going to be lots of names from this era that I don't know. Any Parsons, I know that name. Alright, so that one was no good. Gonna accelerate back to lap 170-ish. Try again. I got a few hours to kill tonight, so I'm not stopping after my usual 1 or 1.5 hours, so I'm going to be doing this for at least 2 or 3 hours. Taylor Warwick. I do not use motion blur, I don't think, with the reshade. I just use a few minor subtle effects. I just have the slightest bit of vignetting and just, I think, a little bit of contrast and saturation boost, but I think that's it. I don't have any of those crazy white balance settings or motion blur or anything like that on. But yeah, I do have the reshade installed, but I only have like 2 or 3 really subtle effects applied. Alright, a few laps away. Lap 173 is where I'm trying to unpause. If I'm a few before or after, it doesn't matter.
Limit 70. Keep it under 55.
Trying to be as
Watch that speed now.
authentic,
55.
as real life as possible. Just doing my cam, or my cam
Okay,
hack.
you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing us a black flag.
Turn off that part. There we go.
Speeding on pit road.
And yes, I know I'm using the modern eighth, or modern-ish Fox Sports 1 ticker. Maybe I should use the Speed Channel ticker, because the Speed Channel used to broadcast a lot of these old races. I got a super chat earlier. I was watching Eric the Steps stream. He got a big super chat earlier. Everyone's being generous today. See, that's why I'm trying to turn and crank the wheel right before I hit the wall. I know I'm kind of going to get up on two wheels before I hit it, but that's the only way I think I'm going to get that launching effect, hitting the wall, to look somewhat real to how it happened back in 1970. There was a lot of damage on my car after that. See, you can see, I know I was kind of too much on two wheels before I hit the wall, but from hitting the wall onward, this first flip was almost, if I would have kept tumbling a few times right there and landed upside down, that's kind of what I'm looking for. That kind of launching effect off of the wall. I'm just trying not to get too much up on two wheels before I hit the wall. I'm trying to just crank the wheel right beforehand, so the heightened grip mixed with the wall grip being turned up in the track settings, from what I've discovered in the past, if I get lucky enough, will create the similar launching effect to what happened to Richard. The King! Dynaco's all mine. Anyone else I missed in the chat yet? I don't think too many. Hershey Racing League. You haven't gotten a shout out yet. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I gotta pay attention so I don't miss lap 170 again. Darcy Gregorio. I think I pronounce that wrong every single time, but I don't care. That's kind of my thing, to mispronounce people's names. Dominic Walker. Spawn back into the race. I suppose I should have done 400 laps if I wanted to be really authentic. Try going on board with Richard. Notice no window net back in these days. I think this, I forgot Bobby Ellison is missing his hood, his front bumper. James Hilton, Bobby Isaac, Buddy Baker. I know all these names. That can't be Mario Andretti, can it? Did he race in NASCAR? I know someone in his lineage, John Andretti, did at one point, but M. Andretti in the Cup Series. Huh. And the first part of this flip, this was hard to tell from the in-car view. It didn't look terrible, but obviously I didn't flip more than one time. So that's no good. Drifted back across the track and got hit by that oncoming car. Which was the view? I think it was TV2 that's the closest. No. Was it TV2 or Spectator? Trying to remember which one was the closest to the existing camera view, but it doesn't look like any of them are. Alright, that is a big fat next. Alright, accelerate to lap 170-ish. And that just goes to show how little I know about, like, the deep, deep NASCAR history. I never knew that Mario Andretti had won a 500. I know he's won at least a couple Indy 500s, to my knowledge, but I never knew he won the Daytona. That is really cool. That's news to me. funny, when it comes to football, I can go back to, like, starting 1986 and tell you the exact Super Bowl matchup for each year from 1986 to the present day and tell you who won. But I can't remember the 500 winners or Cup champions further back than, like, 3 or 4 years. That's how bad my memory is.
Keep it under 5,500. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500.
Chase Elliott's first win. Funny you should mention that. I mean, I don't really know what I would do.
Looks like they called it speeding on pit road. They're gonna make
Well, that was a little premature.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Then I got hit by Bobby Allison to make matters worse. I've been looking for Chase Elliott's car. I don't think that paint scheme exists yet for the for the Cup mod. Bobby Allison was already damaged again. All right, I won't flip coming out of the pits this time. Terry Lawrence, excuse me. Arva Adutra. So like I said, I really, truly apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name. Carter Joey. Thank you for tuning in, guys and gals. Anyone that I missed yet? And I apologize if I miss anyone. Thunderstruck Chasing. I almost said Thunderstruck Gaming. Alright, get to lap 170 and keep trying. Gotta hit the wall coming out of 4. Drift down to the pit road wall right before we hit it at a bad angle. Just crank the wheel. Try to get the car just barely up on 2 wheels. Get that launching effect on pit wall. Hopefully it shoots us back the other way. Get our 2.5 tumbles, land on the roof. Boom. Reenactment complete. After 6+ hours. Alright. So I won the 67 500. At least I don't feel that terrible that I was that far back. Not expected to know who's won every single 500 for 50+ years. Since I can barely remember back to the last few. This year obviously was Austin Dillon. Last year's Kurt Busch. 2016, wasn't it Denny Hamlin was barely edging out Truex? Wasn't 2015? Shoot, who was 2015? It was either 2014 or 15 was junior. Let's see, I already can't remember going back that far. Trevor Bayne won, I think it was the 2011. Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne, 20 years old. Thanks to Darrell Waltrip, he'll be 20 years old for the rest of his life. Come on, keep flipping. Oh. Alright, that was promising. That launch, the way I started flipping was almost perfect. I just needed to tumble a few more times before I came to a rest. Shoot. Darn it. Just needed to tumble a few more times. But the launch was good. Just have to try to replicate that. Yeah, if you guys got any suggestions for future videos you want to hear me do, I'd love to hear them, but just so it's easier for me to see, make sure you either wait till this one's done processing, then the regular comments show up down below, or if you don't want to wait, just click open new tab, pull up one of my more recent videos, and just throw it in the comments of one of my more recent videos, and that way I will be able to see them and bookmark them and favorite them, and other people will be able to thumbs them up. Everyone's a winner when you put the suggestions in the chat. Or the comments, excuse me. Dale Jr. Fan 88, how are you doing? Emperor Hirohito, I don't know if I got you yet. DJ Stamma D, probably getting a few repeats in. What happened to the chat? There we go. Decelerate. Porker mums. Porker merns. Alright. It's an interesting account name. Evan. How was that last name? Pyrone. Is that how that's pronounced? Alright, lap 174 for Richard Petty. Petit. Alright, let's not flip coming out of the pits. Alrighty, good. Hello, Kyle Busch. Shouldn't you be practicing for Bristol? Yeah, I figured I would start early with the Darlington hype like everyone else has been doing so far before the Darlington race. Ah, darn it.
You all right?
And Dave Marcus is involved. That was... I didn't even flip that time. Next. Just take a quick look at the replay. Boom. Almost. Car got sent high through the air. I just didn't quite get upside down. Dale the Intimidator. Dale's here. Alright, so for those of you for those of you wondering, Jesus, I can't talk, why I'm waiting till lap around 170, 174 in particular. It's because according to racingreference.info, that's the exact lap Richard Petty was on, or the exact lap in the race when the wreck took place. Drive through, how are you? Yeah, 6 parts indeed. Tell me about it. Maybe if I wasn't such a damn perfectionist over time with these, maybe I could have just settled for one of the close-ish attempts in one of the earlier parts, but alas, I want to get it perfect. Austin 78, how are you doing? Right. Since there was no speed limit back then, just gonna come roaring out of the pits and just ignore the black flag because we're gonna be crashing on purpose within a lap. So the black flag doesn't even matter. If I wanted to be really, really authentic, I could do the slight brush into the wall in one of the turns that he did about 8 or 10 laps prior to the actual wreck. The contact and the damage to his car that actually caused his tire to blow or whatever else failed mechanically that sent him into the outside wall that knocked him out and then sent him careening into the inside wall. But I don't have that kind of patience. Oh, darn it. Once again, the launch was good. I just needed to get the barrel rolls down.
You gotta come in for this black flag.
Come on, someone hit me.
You all right?
There we go.
Looks like we lost that motor.
Yeah, it's probably out of the car.
Bent up on the back end.
So once again, the launch was good. We just didn't get the right barrel rolls afterwards. Just went back on all fours and went into the outside wall instead. Alright. Next. Shoot, not restart race. We gotta go to retire. Hit this, restart the session, and accelerate to lap 170-ish. Trying to refresh my stream because video's being all laggy. Good thing I got it loaded up on my phone. Storm Chase Roadie, how are you? Jet Spartan, I apologize if I miss anyone. Bonzi Hunter. New World, hey, how's it going, man? Turn the wall grip up. That would make it easier. I should try pumping it up, shouldn't I? I'll try for like another 10 minutes or so. If I don't get any closer, I will definitely do that then. Alright, round lap 170. That's when the wreck happened in real life. 13th rocket. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, I'm sorry if I accidentally miss anyone.
Keep it under
In the chat.
55 seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing us the
Feels weird racing with this wheel in the chase cam. So used to with iRacing now and just racing in NR2003 and using the normal cockpit cam. The only time I use the chase cam anymore is for these Can I Recreates. Just because it's easier to just see who's around me, where I need to go, what I need to do, what the car's doing. Alright, so coming out of 4, I'm gonna pretend blowing a tire, or whoa, I didn't even pretend that. Alright, into the wall, out cold, into the inside wall. Oh! Once again, I'm getting good launches, I just need to get lucky enough to land the right way that sends me tumbling in the correct manner. I just haven't gotten that luck yet. Doing what I'm doing with the heightened grip and then just cranking the wheel right before I hit the inside wall to get that ramping effect seems to be working. I just need to be able to land the right way in order to get the rest of the flips properly. Alright. And we're definitely getting some promising attempts, but obviously nothing perfect yet. Sharp Talon Studios. Go watch the Southern 500 on YouTube. There's lots of Southern 500s on YouTubes. I love watching old races on YouTube. Eats up too much of my free time doing that. Julian Munoz, how are you doing? Ashton Roan. Who else haven't I gotten yet? Excuse me. I don't think I missed anyone yet. Getting too many questions. Trying to read questions from you guys and then chat is scrolling up. The Canon races at Lime Rock this week. I have not followed that. So many racing series that exist that I want to follow. I just don't have the time to. RB Gardner, hey, how are you doing? Track of wood walls, damage seems crazy on simple hits. I do not know. I'm not sure what the exact wall settings are in the I&I, but aesthetically they look like the concrete walls. I'd be lying if I said, whoa, I almost got hit by... I think that was Mario coming out of the pits. He almost took me out. He was angry I didn't know that he won a 500. How dare that not be common knowledge for you. I'll let these guys past. One of the Allisons and Dick Brooks. Oh, he's in the wall. And speak of the devil, so am I. Oh shoot, that wasn't... I thought I was in turn 4. I was coming off of turn 2.
Right?
Whoops. My bad. Alright, now I gotta accelerate back to lap 170. We don't have to, I just want to have that part be historically correct as well. The iRacing D series. No, I haven't gotten on iRacing too much this week. The last time I did iRacing was my last iRacing stream. But yeah, I'll do more this week. Got to prepare to any videos I might want to do Bristol related for the Cup Series race. Is that this week or the next week? I don't know if they've got an off week or not. And still, I think I got to make sure my buddy is coming with me, but I am still 99% sure going to the Xfinity race at Road America in less than 2 weeks now on the 25th. I'm excited for that. Get to see the rookie Bill Elliott racing there. That was an awesome surprise when I got that news. 'Cause I'd been planning for like over or almost a year now to go to that race.
Limit 70. Keep it under 55.
And I realized just how close that track was.
Keep it on 5500 in second.
And then yeah, we get the news that, oh sweet, Bill Elliott's informally, just for semi coming out of retirement. And it just so happens to be during the race that I'm going to. Shoot. Get off the wall. That'll be the pretend contact that ended up causing the mechanical failure like 8 to 10 laps later, according to a Richard Petty interview. Oh, I guess it does have the guardrails in the turns, not just concrete. Come on, foot. Oh, darn it. Oh, yeah, now you flip. I see how it is. Once again, the launch was perfect. I just needed to hit the ground upside down in the correct manner that sent me tumbling the right way, but no such luck yet. Right there, if I could have kept tumbling a few more times instead of the wheels grabbing and... Alright, so yeah, a few more failed attempts, and maybe I'll try turning the track grip down just a tad and then the wall grip up. Maybe I'll see if I get any better luck doing that.
Start your...
Michael Head, how are you doing? Anyone else I missed? Sylvie Gang, I'm not sure if I got you yet. Cheesehead Plays, thanks for tuning in. Fernanda Show. Awesome username, by the way, Cheesehead Plays. For those of you who know, I am a crazy diehard Packer fan that cannot wait till the football season gets underway in about less than 4 weeks now. I think it's 27 days the Packers play the Bears to kick off the 2018 regular season. And I guess it's a good thing I'm not streaming too much anymore during actual race day, because that was gonna conflict with my my game reaction videos I started doing, or streams I started doing last year. I started doing those, I think it was at the end of the 2017 regular season I think the first one I started doing my reactions to was the week 17 of the 2017 season against the Lions, playing for the division. That was, no, the 2016 season, excuse me. That was the whole run the table season. And then the next game after that was that wild card game against the... Oh, once again, I thought that was turn 4. I wasn't paying attention. It was that wild card game against the Giants with the Rodgers' 20th Hail Mary or however many it was by that point. The game after that was the divisional round in Dallas with the infamous Jared Cook catch.
Here comes the leader.
Oh, that's not good. While I ramble about Packer crap, I'm getting hit every which way while I'm flipping. And then I started doing the Packers reaction streams during the start of the 2017 regular season. I did that Bengals game where they were down by like 21 points and came back to win in overtime. The Bengals, the last team Rodgers needed to beat other than the Packers to have beat every other team in the entire league. Rodgers' first overtime victory. 2 weeks later in Dallas was that infamous Week 5 game with the Davante Adams catch with like 12 seconds left. Then we all know what happened the very next week. Coincidentally, I had hit up and was back and forth. I met up with a friend of mine from elementary school that I hadn't seen in years. That we were really close at one point. We hadn't seen or really talked in years. We had plans to meet up. He was originally from Minnesota, a diehard Vikings fan, so I thought that'd be really cool. Hey, me and him and a few friends should meet up, catch up, and watch the Packers-Vikings game together. And lo and behold, that's the game Rodgers broke his damn collarbone in.
Limit 70. Keep it under.
Packers season's done right there. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. As it's getting closer to fall, you're going to hear a lot more random football-related ramblings from me. I love racing. I love racing with all my heart, but the NASCAR season takes up 9 months out of the year. Football's only like 4. If you make it to the playoffs, 3 if not. Damn it, once again, I thought I was coming off of turn 4 right there. I keep thinking I'm in the wrong, the wrong turn. Oh yeah, that can be my excuse, me talking about the Packers, have it be racing related. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers dating Danica, so it's racing related. Come on. Come on. Nope.
Here comes the leader.
That was an interesting flip, but not what I needed for the reenactment. And then the Packers started 4-1 and finished 3-8 after Rodgers got injured. The only 3 teams the Packers beating in that time were literally the 3 worst teams in the NFC that all happened to start with a B. The Browns, the Buccaneers, and the Bears. And 2 out of those 3, it took them overtime to beat them. You know the Packers season is done when it takes you a comeback overtime win to be able to beat the, at the time, winless Browns that were like 0-13 at the time. I said it before the season even started. I said, knowing the Packers' luck, the Browns are going to be... Well, it was like before the regular season had even started, just looking at the schedule. I said, that's late in the season. That's going to be a time where we're going to need to possibly win. I hate when people say that, so sorry. When the Packers are going to possibly need to win every single game or most of the games late in the season to possibly get into the playoffs, and of course the Browns are there. I said, what are the chances that the Browns, following up like they did almost the previous year, are winless by that point, and the Packers go in and lose to the winless Browns? And that damn near almost happened. I almost correctly predicted that like 3 months in advance. But thanks to Davante Adams' godlike skills,
Don't go over 70. Keep it under 5,500.
fluke dumb play by Deshaun Kaiser, the Packers somehow managed to avoid that level of embarrassment and get a win against the Browns, but it was still all for naught, finishing 7-9 and missing the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Only the Patriots could say they had that same streak going. Stinks that they only got 1 Super Bowl in that stretch, but it's better than none. I don't know if there's any Bears, Lions, or Vikings fans watching, but this will make you guys angry. I see this meme that goes around a lot that says, hold on, let me focus on crashing first. Into the wall, and come on. Oh, come on.
Here comes the leader.
Oh, darn it.
You gotta come in for this black flag.
Once again, the launch was perfect, but just needed the flips to be right. Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt. Actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Nope. I see we either got another bot watching or one disgruntled viewer that has like a dozen accounts Haven't gotten the spam dislikes in a while, but it's alright. It's like antibodies. The more you're exposed to it, the more you become immune to it. Bring it on, haters. Oh yeah, I don't know, maybe there's 12 fans of the Vikings, Bears, or Lions watching. Maybe that's where they came from. But anyway, like I was saying, there's this meme going around, and as much as it pains Packers fans, this is a fact that, yeah, you look at it between Favre and Rodgers, two amazing Hall of Fame quarterbacks back-to-back over the span of 25 years, and they only have 2 rings to show for it. As sad as that is, those 2 rings is still more than the entire Bears, Lions, and Vikings entire franchise history combined. So, what's that saying about those teams? Alright. Stephanie Oakley, how are you doing? Daniel Pierce. Juan Paulo Fernando de Oliveira. Alright. Give me an A for effort for that one. Great Savage level. Sorry, I apologize. I missed some shoutouts apparently. And I missed lap 170. Yeah, we haven't gotten spam dislikes since that Dorsey Schrader IROC flip can I recreate. That was like probably 300 episodes ago. Gustavo Richie, however that's pronounced, thanks for tuning in. Alright, get to lap 170. I think in about 5 minutes or so, I said it was going to be about 10 minutes, probably 20 ago. But I've only waited longer because I've actually gotten some decent attempts in the meantime. But after about another 5 minutes or so of failed attempts, I will exit out and try to change some of the track settings around. What do you want? Nice. Just bumped your head on the desk. What? 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 Are you going to jump up or are you going to keep scratching? And once again, now the cat distracted me. Alright, it doesn't need to be lap 170 for this attempt. I'm just going to go to maybe like 30 or so. What do you want? Are you going to jump up or are you just going to sit there pawing at me? Do it. God, I hate this cat.
Limit 70. Keep it under 55.
Does not know chords. For those of you that... Ow, there he is. I'm trying to jump up.
Oh man, they're showing us a black flag. Looks like they called it speeding on pit road. They're gonna make you drive through the pit without stopping. Okay, you're clear.
It's not quite a cougar or a bobcat, whatever it was, but I'm emulating the spirit of Ricky Bobby the best I can right now. Now I just need to be running from the cops with a pound of pure Colombian Bam Bam, i.e. Lucky Charms. Oh no!
Clear inside.
Alright, that was if Richard Petty had a different kind of flip in a different universe that didn't involve him smashing into the inside wall. Show the cat. Alright, here. Here's the cat. Bask in its cuteness. Bow down to it, you mortals. Alrighty. Next. Meme Master, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Alrighty, 2 more failed attempts, and I will turn the track grip itself down just a little bit and then try turning the wall grip up a bit more. Should I take a photo of the cat like I did before? Fine, challenge accepted. Sorry for the weird noise right into the microphone. I was trying to get him to look at the camera. While we're accelerating, I will post this picture to Twitter. Great plug for my Twitter account for those of you to go follow me if you aren't yet already. If you want to see a picture of a cat interrupting my stream. Alright, get to lap 170. Decelerate before I forget. Alright. Almost done, almost done, almost done. Boom. Tweaked. Is it posted? Maybe this is why I have 12 dislikes. Because instead of actually doing what I say in the video, I'm tweeting pictures of a GD cat. Alright, there we go. Back to the stream itself so I can have access to the chat. There we go. Where did the chat go? Live chat. There we go. There we go. This is going to be quite difficult trying to operate the pedals with this thing sitting right here. Apparently this is turn 4. Oh no! I got hit by Benny Parsons and then again. By who is that? Is that Dan Gurney? I think it is. Hey, well at least I landed upside down. Jeez, what a wreck. What a wreck. Oh my gosh! That hit by Dan Gurney was really the icing on top of the cake. I landed right on the start-finish line, or just past it. Alright, one more failed attempt. And I will change a few settings around. Okay, buddy, you're gonna have to move at some point. I'm gonna have to move you onto my bed or couch or something. I know you like this chair, but I'm busy right now. I know this is a really, really, really obscure reference. Anyone that ever used to watch The Fairly Odd Parents? What the hell was that giant, super buff, like commander fairy's name who can't remember the context of the episode. But at one point he has like an overly needy cat that keeps annoying him. He says, "Go do kitty things." I use that quote on my cats a lot. Fairly Odd Parents. Talk about a blast from the past. Damien Chilano, how you doing? Jorgen von Strangle, thank you. Thank you, I knew someone would know the name. Like how multiple people knew it. So I guess it wasn't that obscure of a reference. Hey! Stop it. Alright, you're gonna have to pause and go put him somewhere after this. I got a cat like literally attacking the wheel right now. That I don't want his claws messing up the leather on the wheel. Gonna beat you. I'm gonna send you into the pit with the mean cat. Brendan the Gent, how are you doing? Nathan CX75.
You blew the engine.
Anyone else I missed? Alrighty, well, perfect timing, since I have to quit out right now so I can edit a few settings. I'm going to hold him here now until I'm done editing those settings. I'm going to put him on my bed while the game's reloading. He is being annoying right now. Alright, tracks. I suppose I should switch this over for you guys. Darlington. This one's actually named a D1070. Track INI. Alright. Well, the track asphalt and track concrete grip are going down by about half a step, and then the wall grip will go up from 6 to a dozen. We'll do that. Save. Alright, loading the game back up. And while we do that, I'm going to go toss this cat somewhere where he's not going to be annoying. Let's go. This thing's so goddamn needy, he's probably just gonna keep running right back up on my lap. In which case I might have to go throw him in the other room and feed him. Just put him in there for the rest of the stream. Alrighty. Back to the attempts. Actually, if I'm gonna keep spawning up to lap 170. Did that seriously die already? Not even an hour in? Alright, something's going on with those batteries. The battery for my LED light just died. Usually lasts a little longer than that.
Drivers, start your
Accelerate to lap around 170. And do this. Actually, shoot. I think that it's the Southern 500 that has the 367 laps. How many laps does the 400 have? Okay, good. Looks like he's going to chase the other ones around instead of bug me. Packers versus Raiders Thursday. I know, I'm excited. Jordy will be back in Lambeau. Is it the Raiders or the Steelers? I thought they were playing the Steelers. That's right, I think the preseason game is in Oakland. The Coliseum.
Don't go over 70. Keep it under 5,500 in second.
I really hope Jordy gets an ovation next year when the Raiders come to play the Lambeau
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
next season. Not this season, next season.
Looks like they call it speeding on pit road. They're gonna make it drive.
Next season we play the AFC West. Since any particular football team plays each division of the other conference every 4 years, alternating each year, obviously. So this year the Packers play the AFC East, including the Patriots, Jets, Bills, and Dolphins. Last year, who did they play in the AFC side? Can't remember. I know 2016 was the AFC South and 2015 was the AFC West. Yeah, that's right. Last year was the North with the Steelers and the Browns and the Ravens and Bengals. And that attempt was not even close. So that is a big fat... Next. T-Bane, 6-fan 101, as many as it takes. As many attempts as it takes, or when I get too tired to continue. Oh, shoot. This little fucker will not stop messing around with my cords, so got a can of canned air to blast at him if he keeps doing it, and that sent him running. Stupid thing. Ugh, I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not even tired. I love how all the, like half the cars have their bodywork ripped off by this point in the race. Holy crap. Poor Richard Petty. How could I do that to the king? Accidentally crashed going up pit road because I turned up right up in front of someone. Got turned head on into the outside wall. And it was on from there. Or the outside guardrail, I should say. Next. Cat abuser. Canned air. Literally just blowing on him is now abuse. I actually wouldn't be surprised with the way society is going and how sensitive everyone is. Can't tell if Carter Joey is serious or trolling. Yeah, sorry, I just won't do anything. I'll just let him chew right through a power cord and electrocute himself. That'd be a much better alternative, because blowing air at a cat is too cruel, apparently. I'm sure you're just trolling.
Limit 70. Keep it under 5,500 in second. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in second.
Husky Tech, haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
I'm just gonna hit the turn 4 wall coming right out of the pits, because I realize I'm coming out of the pits on the backstretch. That's what was confusing me up to this point. Alright, so the wall and the grip isn't quite high enough. I need to crank the wheel a little harder before I hit that inside wall. I need to get up on 2 wheels just barely to be able to ramp up the wall. Oh, shoot. I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to plug in my laptop. Man, this stream is just falling apart, isn't it? Someone else want Bubble Bass's order from SpongeBob. I can't even remember what it was. I just I just remember it sounds delicious. Double triple bossy deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style, extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze, light axle grease, make it cry, burn it, and let it swim. I do remember that now.
Don't go over 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing us a black flag. Looks like they call it speeding on pit road. They're gonna make us drive through the pit without stopping.
Yeah, shush. I think I turned the track... See, I turned the wall grip up. It's not really doing anything. It's not helping me ramp up the wall at all. The settings I just changed actually made it worse, I think. Ow. I was trying to itch my eye and accidentally just poked my eyeball. Whoops. Oh yeah, the pickles. How could you forget the pickles? Oh yeah, that's right, he didn't. They were under his tongue all along. There's my ride. Get to lap 170. Unpause this. Son of a bee. I think I might have to change the track settings back to where I had
Limit
them.
70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in seconds.
IDK player, how's it going?
Okay, you're clear of
Thanks
pit
for
lane.
tuning in, bud.
They're showing us a black flag. Looks like they call it speeding on pit road. They're gonna make
Who
us
is
drive
that?
through the pit without
Keep saying
stopping.
that. The Leo Stilo Gaming. Leo Stillo. There, that's probably how it's pronounced. John Canizaro Jr. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Recreate through NR2003, one of the more iconic wrecks in NASCAR history. Richard Petty's violent tumble from the 1970 Rebel 400. So title I'm on part 6. Henderbedgers, you haven't missed too much. Some failed attempts. Bam into the out. Turn 4. Wall. Yeah, I think I need to turn the grip back up a little bit closer to what it was. So I'm just gonna exit out really quickly. Real quickly. I'm just gonna not even switch the screen over, I'll just tell you guys what I'm sending it to. Concrete grip is going back up to 2.4, as is asphalt grip. Asphalt grip, I believe, was at 2.8. I'll turn that down a little. I'm not sure if the asphalt grip applies. I think most of the track is going to be concrete. Alrighty. Load NR2003 back up and continue on. Now that I changed the grip back a little bit, hopefully it should be closer. I think it's 294 laps for the 400-mile races. I can't quite remember. But 80% of 500 is 400, so I switched it to 80%. Get to lap 174, because that's approximately when Petty crashed out. While that's doing that, I'll click back over on the chat to make sure I didn't freeze that. Juan 2004623. Hello to you too, and I've attempted this 5 times up until this point, but I'm yet to get the actual perfect attempt. So that's whenever you see the part 6 or part whatever I'm on, that means I've tried it before, but I'm still continuing trying to get it because I haven't gotten a perfect attempt yet. Damn it, now my eye feels weird ever since I poked it. What a concept. If you poke your eyeball, it's not going to feel good afterwards.
Limit 70. Keep it under 5500.
Grip is a little bit closer back to what it was.
Now keep it on 5500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing us a black flag. Looks like they call it speed on pit road. They're gonna make you drive through the pit
Really will. Reveal my face. Wait, you're not a husky? I thought that was your face. Almost hit the wall right there. That's not 4, that's 2. Turn 2, that is. Now I'm in turn 4. Hits the wall. Come on. Oh, so close to flipping. Oh, look, the world's greatest nose stand in a stock car.
You all right?
Rivaled by maybe
Looks
Phil
like we
Finney.
lost that motor. Here comes the leader.
Darn it. So close, yet so far. Sexy star. I like Chase Elliott. I like Chase Elliott very much. And for those of you that wonder why I keep skipping ahead to lap 170, it's because for some weird reason I want to have even that detail of this reenactment be correct, even though I know it doesn't matter at all. And I'm also doing it in race mode so I can have the pace car available, so when, if and when I get the perfect attempt, I can use the pace car roof cam to use as that up close camera, so I can kind of be zoomed into the cars that's coming through, but none of the stuff on the edges of the camera shot will be cut off. Like that can happen sometimes if you zoom in too close to a wall in the pit lane 1 cam.
Don't go over 70.
Those of you that are just casual at this game have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I wasn't speeding. There was no speed limit in 1970. Oh, that guy got in my way. Jeez. That was like Richard Petty mixed with Ricky Rudd. Ricky Petty. Richard Rudd. Next. Sorry, I'm never gonna not do that. Deal with it. I should get the Jeopardy music going on every time I'm accelerating to lap 170. Jennifer Friedline. It's kind of like the King's Crashing Cars. I think this is kind of what it's loosely based off of. The plot of the crash is based off this particular wreck, I believe. If you look at the actual wreck itself, given just the look of it, and given that they were coming to the start-finish line, I think the visual aspect of the King's wreck from the first Cars movies, loosely based off of Rusty Wallace's Talladega flip, if I had to guess. Just the way the blowover and the subsequent flips are, and the way I knew Rusty was flipping across the start-finish line instead of coming up just short. Close enough. Darn it. Still nothing. That was so anticlimactic that doesn't even deserve a replay. It's going right to the next one. Or should I say right to the next one? Dune Muster 53. There's your big shout out. Savor it. Enjoy it. Remember it. Andrew Blocks BR, how are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Oop, I saw another one I haven't gotten yet. Who was that? Shoot. Where'd you go? It was Ultra something. Ultra Racer Plays. There we go. Trying to make sure. To my knowledge, I get everyone at least one shout out that I see. Alright, I'm getting to lap 170. And then unpausing it. Racing back onto the track. I know Richard Petty wasn't 172 laps down in real life. I just wanted to get to this lap. Super unrealistic racing itself because of the group being turned up so high, but I'm not trying to do realistic racing right now. I'm trying to flip for flip recreate an iconic wreck. Oh, darn it, another nose stand. Another nose stand, another failed attempt. Bam. And boom goes the dynamite. Alright. Next. Yes, I just said it normally. Dale Wise, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Dunebuster 53. CH14. Oh, I got multiple people from the NASCAR YouTube Pro Series clan joining in this stream. Not sure if IDK is still here or not. ABF88, Alex Bowman Fan 88. Seeing lots of new names in the stream. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Hopefully I'm making it somewhat watchable. I know it's boring right now for these particular few seconds, but I'm just accelerating to lap 170 because for no reason other than me just being borderline OCD, I just want to have it be almost the exact lap in the game that he wrecked in real life. IDK was here earlier. I think that's all from the Pro Series group that I saw, you and him. Maybe Black Flags Matter will pop his face in at some point. I know he's been on a few of my videos in the past. Speaking of which, I need to PM you guys on that group. Last I talked to Darian, I think he said or offered if I wanted to come onto the podcast on August 22nd, which I'm now realizing that's like 9 days from now. I just need to make sure that's still alright and it's still on, and if so, I think I need to get connected with Google Hangouts because I've never really used that before. Oh, the start of it was good. But once again,
here comes the leader.
The barrel rolls are what need work. At least I landed upside down once again. It's not really an important aspect if the rest of the wreck isn't right. Like the first 2 seconds of that looked good. Coming down here. Oops, I slowed it down too much. The hit into the wall, kind of getting launched up, and then facing the outside of the track, and then starting to flip, but instead of twisting around like that, I needed to barrel roll a few more times. Dominic Scalise, Logan Faisal, however that's pronounced. Thanks for tuning in. I've probably mispronounced about 20 people's names so far in this video. For that, I apologize. Here's where we need the Jeopardy music. Excuse me. It's raining again. Then throw on some rain tires. NASCAR Pennzoil Series. Oops, had a few laps too far this time.
Minute 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on.
NASCAR has been around for 70 years. I really hope to God it'll be around for another 10 the way things are going.
They call it speeding on pit road. They're going to make it faster to pit without stopping. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Between the attendance and the ticket sale problems and everything else that I won't go into, in the Brian France thing that I never really commented on officially. I mean, all I can say is, well, it's disappointing. Just, yeah, I can't really say anything that hasn't already been said 1,000 times by every other NASCAR YouTuber, but just, yeah. Terrible thing, terrible look for the sport. That's not a representation of the sport itself, but sadly outsiders see it as such. Couldn't have come at a worse time right after Chase Elliott's win. And that's about it. That's all you'll hear me say about that situation.
You got to come in for this black flag.
Oh, I can't because my car is totaled, so shut up, spotter. So apparently the game just crashed. Literally right when I hit the wall in the replay that caused the game to crash. Hopefully I can load it back up without issue. Please don't have deleted my gamer... Alright, my player profile. So I'd have to redo all the settings. It didn't. Kept the profile. Yeah, I hit the wall so hard that time it made the game crash upon the replay. JT-Rex 100 HD. I gave you a shout out before, but fine, there's one more. No begging, please. Yeah, it crashed so hard, it crashed the game upon the replay. Literally right when it paused and froze, that's when the game crashed. I don't think you guys actually saw the "this program has stopped responding" screen. I don't think the way the game window in OBS is set up to show that as well. Get to 170. Wish I could accelerate just a little quicker. Just a little. Probably going to end this one around the 2-hour mark, maybe a little after. So probably go for like another 45 minutes or so.
Don't go over 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in seconds.
Stop telling me not to speed. I can do whatever I want. It's the 1970s. That was the logic, right?
Clear outside.
Darn it.
You all right? You blew the engine. Looks like we're bent up on the back end.
Looks like we're bent up on the back end. There. That was getting annoying. Next. Tire. Switch. Boom. Jamie Mack never flipped. Are you sure about that? So much awkward silence during these acceleration pauses. He was being sarcastic, guys. Or was he? Yeah, I know this isn't really necessary at all, but I just want to be as realistic as possible, even down to the lap it happened on. VGO3, how are you doing? Formerly Viper Ghost.
Don't go over 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in seconds. Oh man, they're showing us a black flag. Looks like they call it speeding on pit road. We're gonna make it drive through the pit without stopping. Okay, pit lane.
Okay, Allen Iverson, i.e. Tropical Cyclone. Not the race. I'm not talking about the race. I'm talking about practice. Alright, here we go. Come on. This is going to be the one. I can feel it. Wall. Come on. Oh! Once again, the launch is perfect. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not going to be good. That's not where you want to be stopped on the track.
You alright?
Is the chat frozen? Shit. Shoot. Short. There we go. Sorry. Forgot to unfreeze it after my last exit out of the game to change some settings around. Alrighty. Try it again. Try again. Holy shnikes. You got 10 an hour for minimum wage? What state do you live in? If I'm not mistaken, I think Wisconsin's minimum wage is like $7.25. It's pretty damn good. Especially for a beginner job. Awkward silence. Are you guys familiar with Bo Burnham? And you remember that little intro song he did at the beginning of his What special? Where he does that little part of the song where he goes prolonged eye contact. And then he's just staring some random chick in the face for like a minute straight. But that part of the song is repeating over and over again. I should have that part of that song going during those breaks to accelerate the laps while I just stare directly into the camera without blinking. Whoa. The guy's last name is Champion? Whoa. Was he ever a champion? Oh, come on.
Here comes the leader.
Flipped a few too many times. Damn it, the physics of that flip is exactly what I wanted, except I flipped a couple too many times. and went too far back up the track, but aside from that, that one was like almost perfect. The way I got launched, the way I went back to facing the other side of the track, the flips, the way I spun a little bit to land on my roof upside down. Like that, just a few too many times and too far back towards the inside wall. Damn it. Close, but no cigar.
Drivers!
Yes, Bo Burnham is definitely hilarious. Watch all 3 of his specials if you haven't. It'll take 3 hours of your life and you'll definitely not regret it. I forgot what the first one was called. That was released back in like 2010 or 11. Then he did What, which was like 2014, I think. And then he did that, I think it was called Make Happy, that one he released a year or 2 ago. All 3 are amazing. If you hold the brakes, you'll stop the barrel rolls. Thank you for that tip. I will keep that in mind. But yeah, What, his second special, that one in particular is probably my favorite. Nope. Missed on pausing it by a few laps.
Don't go over 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in
I don't know if you guys know this about me, but one of the things aside from racing and football and music and those other few hobbies I love to do, I love to listen to comedy, stand-up, comedy movies, comedy podcasts. Some of my favorite comedians on the planet. Bill Burr is #1 by a huge margin. I'm a huge Bill Burr fan. I listen to all his podcasts the moment they come out, and I've seen each one of his specials probably a half dozen times each. Dave Chappelle goes without saying.
Here comes the
The
leader.
Chappelle Show has cemented its place in history. All his specials are amazing. Anything else he's been in is hilarious. Tire, that one was no good. Was a huge fan of Louis C.K. He was one of my... He was like probably a close second behind Bill Burr until he decided to be stupid as well. Please no banging your head on the keyboard, why not? That's exactly what I was just about to start doing. A Cars 4. Say it ain't so. I hope there's a Cars 4. Excuse me.
Limit 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing us a black flag. Looks like they call it speeding on pit road. They're going to make you drive through the pits without stopping. Limit 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds.
Oh, sure. Stupid spotter. My camera keeps turning off and on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Here comes the leader.
I know I'm facing the wrong way. I know he came to a rest with the back end of his car facing forward, and I think I flipped one too many times, but I'll save that. And I know he's probably closer to around right here. I know I went probably a little too far up the track. I'll save it, though. I'll be damned if I'm going to do an entire 2-hour-long live stream and not have a single attempt at least saved. If I could have gotten one less flip, went back up the track just a little less, and be facing backwards instead of forwards, that would have been the one, but I'm not sure. The King, no, that's going to be confusing. Petty, 1970, flip, attempt 1. At least I know I got the settings right to where we can get a similar looking one. I did remember your advice, CH14, Caleb. Once I realized I might have barrel rolled a few too many times, I did hold the brakes, and that did seem to slow me down. So thank you again for that advice. Alright, probably like another 30 minutes or so I'll keep streaming. Go a little past the 2-hour mark. I think that's all I'll have energy for today. Rambling a lot of random stuff in this live stream too. Maybe that turns people off. Maybe I can need to stop ranting so much about football and comedy and other crap that, you know, can only talk about the history of a particular wreck for so long. Darn it, another nose stand and more tumbles. Better, too late. Up on top of the wall and back down on all fours. Cool wreck, but not what I needed. Speaking of Rusty Wallace, 1993. Going across the start-finish line, tumbling right there.
Drivers!
As he did.
Stop!
I really... Got a few more wedding gigs coming up in September that I'll be getting a pretty decent load of side money for. So I think with a little bit of those paychecks, that's gonna be when I get my PS4, Heat 3 Evolution, or Heat Evolution 3, whatever the hell it is, and I'm getting a good, nice, high-quality capture card to where I can stream PS3 and PS4 stuff. And I can input my DSLR directly through the HDMI instead of using a stupid USB and then going through some free trial program that absolutely destroys the quality of the face cam itself. It looks not terrible when it's really tiny and small, but when you try blowing up I try full screening just my face cam itself at horrible resolution. You can literally count the pixels. Darn it. I'm gonna keep going. His car was already damaged by the time he started flipping. See you later, Husky Tech. Thanks for joining. Bam, and the outside wall. That was a weird one. Uh-oh. Am I gonna get hit? Oh, actually not. Looks like they're avoiding me.
You all right?
The start of that one wasn't terrible, but he never hit the outside wall. Actually, if you think about it, aside from hitting the outside wall and coming back too far up across the track and doing so, that one wasn't terrible, but that one flaw kind of ruins the whole thing, unfortunately, so we're just going to not even save that one. Damn it, you beat me to the joke. Tropical cyclone. Once again, I'm not even tired. I'm just yawning because I'm sitting still. Not actually moving around. For those of you interested in kind of some of the behind the scenes of how I do these streams and some of the equipment and gear I use to do so, you might be interested in my most recent upload where I give you guys like a brief tour of my rig, which is basically just my normal computer with a racing wheel. It's not really an actual rig, but it'll get there someday, hopefully. Maybe once I get like a custom built computer and I have a really nice actual racing gaming seat. Even if I still have just a Logitech wheel and pedals, then it can probably constitute as a rig. Once I get like an actual racing seat and a custom built computer. Come on. Come on. Aw, darn it. The start is pretty close each one of these times, but not getting the right finish. Joe Blow, how are you doing? Damn it, the game just crashed again. Hopefully I can just load it right back up without issue. Hopefully, please. Don't have deleted the profile. Okay, good, thank you. I'll click back on the chat so I don't forget and it doesn't freeze this time. Make sure pandemonium doesn't ensue. Yeah, VGO3, I think we might have got hit by another marketing attack at some point earlier in the stream. If I had to guess, because all of them came like right at once. If it was slow and progressive throughout the stream, then I would concede and understand that it might just be some haters progressively throughout the stream, but if 15 dislikes pop up like literally within a minute, it's usually a bot. Or a bot at the worst, or at the best a disgruntled viewer with like a half dozen accounts just disliking and switching right over to the next one and repeating. Alrighty, 20 more laps. 10 more laps, trying to accelerate to 170, because that's when it happened in real life. Laps 170. I think it was actually 174, but that's been doing somewhere around here. I think even mind the dislikes anyway. It's annoying, affecting the ratio at first, but the reading I've done, apparently giving someone's video a dislike versus just not doing anything versus not liking it or not doing anything, even if you dislike it, the more likes / dislikes a video gets, it has way more of a probability of being put into a new viewer's suggested videos to try to get new subscribers. So I'll gladly take 1 or 2 dislikes if it means I can get 5 or 10 potential new viewers. If that makes any sense. Alright, that one sucked. That one wasn't even worth a replay. That's a big fat next. Switching back over to the stream screen, making sure everything's still coming in fine. Should I do another iRacing live stream sometime later this week? Trying to actually get my money's worth this time for this 3-month subscription. So I feel like I didn't do nearly as much as I should have with my last subscription. Kind of ran out quickly and I didn't do too many races. And I like doing the iRacing streams. I used to just try to do like 1 or 2 videos in a particular stream and just label it that one race series at that one track and end it after like a half an hour, but no, I'll just go for like 3-4 hours and just do like a half dozen or 8 half-hour long races trying to build up my licenses. No.
They're gonna make us drive through the pit without stopping. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Here comes the leader.
Flipping out a pit road. It's like something Ricky Bobby would do. Alright, another 15-20 minutes worth of attempts. I'll probably go to Talladega 70s, 80s to do the backwards big one and do a few messing around wrecks. Surprisingly, when you turn the grip up in a track, it's not as fun to go the wrong way and cause a backwards wreck, because when you have the grip turned up, they are able to slow down and brake incredibly quickly. I know this is completely unnecessary, accelerating up to lap 170, but I don't need to defend myself. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible. Did the chat freeze? No, it didn't. I don't think so. Maybe just no one said anything for a couple seconds and you thought it froze.
Limit 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing.
This is kind of a weird aspect of this reenactment. Whoa, into the pits. On top of Hamilton, almost. But I'm almost more excited. Obviously, I want to get this damn wreck down, but the reenactment I'm going to do, the shot-for-shot reenactment I'm going to do, I'm going to take that video that's on NASCAR All Out's channel, and that B-roll in the beginning of the video when Petty's talking about the kind of the history of Darlington and the bad wrecks that have happened over years, while it's showing all these really cool vintage, like cinematic shots of Darlington when it was completely empty. Those camera control master shots I'm kind of excited to do. The filmmaker in me is excited to get that part of the reenactment done. Just those camera shots, not even the reenactment. Almost to lap 170. I think it's still the video that just shows up right on NASCAR All Outs channel. It's a channel trailer video. There was no speeding on pit road back when, dummy. We're in 1970, not 2003. That BBP. I don't know of any other B Parsons in NASCAR that were really around this time. Come on, come on. Once again, if I didn't hit the outside wall and I landed upside down, the start, the initial hit into the wall, the launch, and the tumbles were perfect. I just keep coming a little too far back up across the track towards the outside wall. That was the biggest issue, that one. Then, yeah, I hit the wall right there. That kind of messed up my flips. I think I was going to end up flipping a few too many times. Just need to figure out how to get that exact start that I've been getting, but not come so far back up across the track. That's the biggest issue. I was just watching the replay of the wreck. Your creepy uncle. I don't think I even gave you a shout out yet this time. Almost back to lap 170. Boom.
Limit 70. Keep it under 5,500 seconds. Watch that.
By the way, this is kind of it's actually very unrelated to what's going on in the video right now, but just quickly going back to football-related stuff. Once football season starts, for the Packers schedule, I have a video series planned and already halfway done. For each game, for each particular week of the season it is, based on who the Packers' opponent is, I'm going to be using that particular Madden, matching up the week, the football week it is, with the corresponding year of Madden. So for example, for the week 1 matchup, I'm going to be using Madden 01. The week 2 matchup, I'll be using Madden 2002. Week 3 matchup, I'll be using Madden 2003, and so on and so forth. Ending with the week 17 matchup with Madden 17. But I'll be using those particular Maddens. God damn it, the game just crashed again. Why does it keep doing this? I have the background animations turned off. Load the game back up. Your creepy uncle, thank you so much. PP poo to you too, man. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys make me smile sometimes. You guys make me smile sometimes. So yeah, I believe the Packers' week 1 matchup is against the Bears. So for that matchup, I will be doing in Madden 2001, Packers versus Bears, to try to predict all of the Packers games for the regular season. And the catch is, it's kind of an idea I had to start with, and it's also a result of my unpreparedness with the football season sneaking up quicker than I anticipated. Shoot, I got cloudy conditions. I don't think it was cloudy at the time. But for the first 6 Maddens, I believe the Packers do 6 games, and then they have the bye week, week 7, if I'm not mistaken. So for the first 6 ones, I'm going to stream those games, live stream them for my through my PS2 emulator, so you guys will be able to see the live reaction to me trying to predict the Packers' schedule for the first 6 weeks. Then they got their week 7 bye week, and then from Madden 8 and onward are going to be pre-recorded through my PS3 versions, and then I have them edited, and I'll have them published and edited kind of like Cookie Boy style. If any of you are familiar with that guy who does Madden YouTube videos, it's probably the biggest name around for in terms of Madden, a Madden YouTuber. But yeah, he just records all the, like basically every play condensed with all like the in-between stuff and the play selection cut out, and then just records the commentary after the fact, which I think that's how I'm going to do those. So be prepared for that Madden series. I know a lot of you guys aren't huge football fans, but I am. Just because racing and sim racing and NASCAR and all that stuff is this channel's main focus. It doesn't mean I'm not going to do some Madden and football stuff that I enjoy from football season time, just as long as it doesn't take away too much time from the racing stuff. Did the chat freeze? I'm sorry. You're a creepy uncle. You'll get I'll give you like a zillion more shoutouts, because I forgot to have your chat come through. Well, you're showing up now. I'm sorry. That was my bad. Because the game crashed right when you sent that. And then I was reloading the game while I was reading it, and then I was so distracted by your generosity that I forgot to click back on the chat window, which I usually have to do in order for it to not freeze when I reload the game back up after I restart it, or it freezes it, what have you. So thank you again to your creepy uncle. Come on. Oh, darn it. I was looking decently close at the start of it. And LeBron's bitch. Kind of a vulgar username, but I'm not going to not say it since he gave me a super chat earlier. Thank you guys so much for your generosity. I'm going to put out a list sometime. I actually have it in like Notepad. I have a list of all the games I have for each console. I have a list of all the PC games I have, either downloaded on Steam or the actual physical copies of. Same thing for all my PS2 games. I got a list of all the PS2 games I have, as well for the emulator. I don't really have any for the emulator that I don't otherwise have a physical copy of. Then yeah, same thing with all my PS3 games. I've never been able to find a PS3 emulator that works for me, so I just do all the... I do it old school. I actually just record right through the console. What a caveman I am. The chat froze. Right at the pee-poo part. How many more attempts will there be? Probably like 3. Maybe probably like 3 from here. And I'll do a little bit of messing around it. Talladega, 70s, 80s. Dylan Hayden. Unfortunately, this is not the start. This is towards the end, but you're still in time. You still made it. You're not too late. You'll catch the last few attempts, which are usually the most exciting. And then you get to be witness to the random, needless, unnecessary wrecking at the very end that I always do just to fulfill your guys' request, and also sort of the long built-up frustration of not being able to get the perfect attempt. Epic to Windows, thanks for tuning in. Alright, third to last attempt. Right here. Hits the wall coming off the floor after mechanical failure. Into the inside wall. One of these days. One of these days, Alice. Man, could you imagine that show in today's day and age? That would not happen. Slenderman Freddy. Who else hasn't gotten a shout out? Friendly Bendy, I already got you. Alright, so 2 more attempts we'll try. And I'll do just a few minutes of messing around at Talladega 70s, 80s, which is my... That and Pigs Creek are my 2 favorite tracks to mess around with. But since this one has the... This mod has the CTS physics. I don't know, for some reason I don't like CTS cars at Pigs Creek too much. Well, it's kind of a weird preference. There's certain tracks I prefer the certain physics types of cars over others, if that makes any sense. Alright, someone got the Honeymooners reference.
Limit 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that.
Yeah, that, what was that show, like the 60s or 70s? Or even the 50s? I can't remember when that show was on, but yeah.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing
When the majority of your sitcoms' taglines are, and punchlines are literally about beating your wife, pretty sure that show wouldn't be able to exist in today's day and age. Pass me, you guys. Second to last attempt. I was kind of checking up in terms of, whoa, what is that? Come on. Oh, darn it.
You gotta come in for this black flag.
Well, I definitely can't now. Come on.
Here comes the leader.
Just trying to wreck everyone. Since I failed at doing the proper crash. I do not have NASCAR Heat 2, but once I get a PS4, I'll probably... Actually, even once I get a PS4, I don't know if I'm even going to have too many games other than Heat 3 Evolution. Sadly, I mean, I've kind of wanted to get one, so I guess this is finally the reason to save and spring and get one, but the main reason I'm getting a PS4 is for that NASCAR YouTube Pro Series. I'm usually super far behind with technology, and yes, I realize PS4 has already been out for like 5 years, if not longer. I usually wait way longer than that to get gaming systems, just because that's the only way I can usually afford them. So if I wait like 10 years after till something's new. J-Dub, how are you doing? Car Guy 101. You guys are just in time for the last attempt. And a little bit of messing around it. Dega 70s 80s. Good old Dega.
Limit 70. Keep it under 5,500 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 5,500.
Good old Dega.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing us a black flag. Looks like they caught us speeding on pit road. They're gonna make us drive through the pits without stopping.
There goes J.D. McDuffie, the greatest driver ever to not get a victory in the Cup Series. So Wendell Scott. African Americans that were raised in the Cup Series. I'm not sure if he was the first. I just know he's one of the most well-known. Him, Darrell Wallace Jr., obviously, Bill Lester. Not sure if Bill Lester ever raced in the Cup Series. Come on. Oh, darn it. I mean, sadly, unless you wanted to be super picky about the barrel rolls, that one wasn't terrible, but sadly, I am picky about the barrel rolls, so I'm not going to keep that one. And just like I said, I could take an attempt like that and just add some shaky CCM to it. I could make it look not half bad, but I don't want not half bad. I want amazing. I want amazing looking reenactments, not meh. I need Dega with no walls. What I really need is I haven't thrown this request out there for a while, but if there's anyone out there that is familiar with Sandbox, I've tried installing it, I've tried getting it to work, I've tried to learn Sandbox myself so I could do it myself, but I always keep encountering an error message that I cannot fix whenever I try to load up Sandbox.
To your cars.
So, if anyone is familiar and uses Sandbox, the program used to edit and make tracks with this game, if you could do me a huge, amazing favor, just take the existing 1963 version of Talladega, or not Talladega, Daytona, the one with the guardrail MIP file, to have like the metal guardrails in the corners instead of the concrete walls. You can take that and just get rid of the exterior wall and the invisible wall around the outside of the track. That right there is the only thing stopping me from attempting to recreate the infamous Johnny Beauchamp and Lee Petty wreck from 1960 at Daytona, or 61, whenever that was. But I have the cars, everything else is ready. I just can't find a version of Daytona that would work for the person. Because I basically need a version of the track to where I can, like, the wall exists visually, but you can kind of drive right through it. I need a version where the outside wall is just purely visual. It's not actually there. And same thing with the invisible outer wall. The invisible wall on the outside of the track. Whoa, there's a crash behind me, I think. Yep. I knew I wasn't seeing things. There's another wreck behind me. Jeez, all these AI cars are just crashing each other. Oh, the king is airborne. The king is airborne. Can he save it? Nope, he can't. He is demolished by another driver. And so is that car. I want to see I saw a giant wreck coming out of turn 4 in my rear view mirror, and I saw that one as well. This is the one I saw. And he comes sliding up across the entire track. That's usually not going to end well. Whoa, what a save by the 37. Oh, man. There's no way you could ever do that in real life. I think that 66 is Donnie Allison, if I'm not mistaken. This is well before Davey was racing. Alright, let's just do one more going forwards. Some more wreck avoidance drills, and then we'll do the backwards big one and finally call it a night. I think it's possible to delete collision boxes while deleting them all entirely. I've seen certain walls that must have been just purely visual. Like, I've gone through certain walls before. I've encountered guardrails and stuff like in certain tracks infields. I don't have any examples off the top of my head, but I know there's walls that are purely just visual for this game that you can go through. I've seen them before. I've encountered them. I just don't have any examples off the top of my head. Someone could just replace the outer walls of the Daytona 1963 with the guardrail MIPS with just a visual only wall, and then get rid of the outer invisible wall that extends up over the actual one. That is all I would need to be able to try to recreate that iconic wreck. Well, we do a blowover and come back to a rest. With the engine blown. We got a blowover. Slamming back down on my roof there. Blew my engine. Alright, we're just gonna do one backwards big one, then I'm gonna call it a day.
Drivers, start your engine.
PP Poo Mountain International Speedway. Xfinity MNGR17, how are you doing? Whoa. Blew first gear. Luckily you don't need first gear at Talladega. Everyone knows that.
Whoa, 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 slow down.
You don't need first gear at Talladega. Are you kidding me? I can tell VideoMic knows a lot more about track editing than I do, obviously, because that last statement you made, half of it was gibberish to me. So I'm completely unfamiliar with the process. And it stinks because I learned to paint cars. There's missing paint schemes that existed in the past. I was like, screw it, instead of being annoying and requesting other people to try to paint something or just wait till they come out, I'll learn to paint myself and do that. And I tried attempting to do the same thing with track editing, but no such luck.
You've been disqualified.
If I
for
can ever get
reckless driving.
Sandbox to work in the future, I might try to if I can get the original creator's permission.
Keep it on.
Making an updated Road America. Just try to add a few more details.
Okay, you're
Maybe
clear
add
of
some
pit lane.
banners. I gotta do another backwards big one. They were already wrecked by the time they were getting through turn 4. And if I ever did an updated America, I'd probably try to... Updated Road America, I would probably try to do a Stadium Super Truck version as well, because those, the Stadium Super Trucks are going to be racing at the same day as the Xfinity Series. I'm actually... I know it's kind of weird to say, I'm almost more excited for those than I am the actual NASCAR race. I'm really excited for both. But I almost want to make a... After I go to the race, if I can ever get the track editor to work, I'm going to do one more backwards big one, by the way. Maybe make a Stadium Super Truck version of the track with the jumps included and everything. That was a hell of a wreck. I know I should have acknowledged that sooner. The wreck itself, but I was trying to talk about like 4 different things. I mean, in terms of me learning, I think I could learn it, but I tried downloading and installing Sandbox, and I keep getting the same, like, registry error message every single time. No matter what weird little Windows system files I tried downloading to try to do the fix, nothing I've encountered has fixed the issue I keep getting yet. And finally, I just gave up long, long ago. In a galaxy far, far away. Cody tried learning track editing and gave up. And that's how the dark side was. Medieval donkey? Where's Shrek? Where's medieval Shrek? And Fiona.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Jeez. Jeez, I think that was someone that just nailed the hood of my car while I was like perched up in the air and just sent me tumbling end over end at the wrong way at just such a fast speed. Wait for it. Boom. And there's a few cars that were going hard into the inside wall. 71 got it pretty bad too. Oh, we got another flipper. Yarborough. Not Kale. That was actually a fairly realistic-ish looking flip. Alrighty guys, that is it. Got 3 flips in that final big one. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. If you're new to my channel, you happen to stumble upon this video and you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe if you want notifications for more videos like this when I go live. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter if you are interested in following me on social media. I stream to Twitch as well. All the links for everything I just mentioned are down below in the description. And last but not least, if you'd like to be so kind enough to support this channel and get some rewards in return, to find out how, please go check out my Patreon page. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to Adria Fitzy, Tommy Joyce, Jay Barker, and Kingster Cole for your support. I truly appreciate it, you all. Thank you so much. And that's it. Once again, hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back probably sometime either tomorrow or the next couple days at worst. If you've got any suggestions for future videos you want me to do, leave them down below in the comments once the live portion is done processing. And that's it. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you later. Peace. Bye.